When the American F-35 touched Indian soil, the world's biggest spy scandal was set in motion. And USApulse is here to reveal the secrets the Pentagon won't. It was a routine emergency landing, they said. But what India uncovered was far from ordinary. From encrypted signals to covert spy operations, this isn't just about a fighter jet. It's a game-changing geopolitical revelation. Stay with us as we unravel how the world's most advanced jet got caught in India's airspace and why this could be the biggest espionage story of the decade.
The American F-35 seems frustrated and helpless in India. The day an encrypted signal was detected in India, there was a major stir. Why? Because the arrival of a fifth-generation fighter jet at an Indian airbase was nothing short of divine intervention. Under the guise of an emergency landing, this F-35 had descended, only to be caught in an espionage storm. Since then, it has become a major headache for both the USA and the UK. It was a scorching June evening, around 9 p.m., when Delhi Air Traffic Control suddenly intercepted an unknown signal. It was on a high frequency and was entering Indian airspace. What happened in the next few minutes stunned not just Indian agencies, but the global geopolitical landscape. India immediately ramped up the investigation, not only increasing its intensity, but expanding its scope. Until now, only India was investigating. A stealth F-35 fighter jet from the USA requested emergency landing permission. The pilot claimed engine failure and fuel shortage.
As soon as the aircraft landed at Thiruvananthapuram Air Base in Kerala, Indian security agencies became highly alert. But now, the biggest twist in the story: Russia's entry. This news sent shockwaves through not just the USA and the UK, but the entire NATO alliance. Until this point, India was examining the F-35 independently. But now, India has invited Russia to join the investigation. Russia didn't just send engineers. It dispatched surveillance and forensic teams that had previously worked on the Su-57's R&D program. This means India has taken a massive step forward in decoding the F-35. Not only did Russia show solidarity, but it also sent heavy machinery via cargo planes to help dismantle and scan every single part of the aircraft for decoding. This move sparked a massive reaction. The USA, particularly President Donald Trump, issued direct threats to both India and Russia, warning of serious consequences if they didn't step away from the F-35. But India and Russia paid no heed. Together, they made the biggest breakthrough yet. Russian experts managed to understand the jet's core systems. The pilot, a highly experienced officer with a spotless record, claimed he was on a routine drill and had to land due to a technical glitch. But as DRDO and RAW specialists began analyzing the aircraft's onboard hardware and data links, shocking revelations emerged.
The aircraft had tried to connect with Indian military satellite channels using secret frequencies. It contained an unauthorized black box module that was recording the electronic profiles of nearby military bases. Most alarmingly, it had sent an encrypted signal to Russia's Vladivostok radar station. Why would an American fighter jet be communicating with a Russian radar station? And why had it penetrated so deeply into Indian airspace? Within 3 hours of landing, panic spread across Washington. The Pentagon demanded the immediate return of the aircraft and its pilot.
The UK, a key partner in the F-35 project, also got involved. The US State Department claimed this was merely a technical mishap, urging India not to turn it into a diplomatic issue. But India wasn't convinced. Under NSA Ajit Doval, a high-level committee was formed with members from RAW, IB, NIA, and DRDO. The PMO issued a direct order. This wasn't just a fighter jet. It could be an assault on national sovereignty. As the investigation progressed, Russia dropped a bombshell. It had already tracked the jet before it even entered Indian airspace. The Russian embassy sent a secret message revealing the F-35 had a secondary transmitter module activated without US military knowledge, implanted by British intelligence agency MI6. Now, a third player had entered the story: the United Kingdom. DRDO found a special AI module in the F-35's data logs called Sentinel-G, which was part of a British intelligence project used for radar and signal profiling. This further confirmed that the landing wasn't accidental. It was a calculated infiltration.
RAW's cyber unit dug into the digital trail of pilot Brandon Ross, uncovering a chilling truth. With the help of HAL and DRDO, India's scientists had begun unlocking the aircraft, layer by layer. Using high-security labs, robotic arms, and micro-scanners, they carefully dismantled the jet. First, they removed its electronic warfare systems and stealth coding, revealing advanced tech not just meant for attack, but for data theft as well. India's joint team with ISRO found that the AI-based navigation system had tried to access live data from several sensitive Indian regions. As the investigation deepened, the US and UK's anxiety escalated. India wasn't just understanding the F-35's technology, it was also exposing its vulnerabilities. The jet was turning out to be a flying espionage machine, threatening America's military secrets. The most crucial element, the digital recorder, was finally decoded with Russian help. This device, similar to a black box, recorded everything from fuel data to flight coordinates, system malfunctions, and more. Shockingly, the digital logs disproved the emergency narrative. On the day it entered Indian airspace, the jet still had over 35% fuel and no sign of malfunction. But soon after entering Indian skies, its systems, radar, digital recorder, cockpit connection, suddenly jammed. The earlier theory that the US had informed India in advance crumbled. The jet was functioning perfectly until it crossed into India. It was only after this point that problems began, raising the possibility of external jamming by Indian defense systems. India has now achieved a major milestone. With the heavy machinery sent by Russia, tasks that would have taken months are now being completed in 20 to 22 days. These machines are used globally to detect even the smallest structural flaws in fighter jets. They scan every component after each flight to ensure the aircraft is mission-ready. Russia's gesture has proven to be India's biggest support in this international standoff. Moscow commended India's swift and firm response, calling it exemplary. Now, with both nations working together, they have fully taken control of the F-35 and its secrets. Even the cockpit, once locked and inaccessible, has been opened with Russian tech. The digital recorder has finally been decoded.
This black box revealed damning data. For instance, on June 14, when the supposed emergency occurred, there were no signs of malfunction. It had enough fuel to continue flying. But after entering Indian airspace, the radar sensor and jammer suddenly shut down. Thus, the F-35 was not in distress before entering India, but only after, further proving that the whole emergency story was a fabricated cover for espionage.
As India and Russia dive deeper into the F-35's secrets, the world is left in shock. What started as an emergency landing is now unraveling into one of the most significant intelligence revelations of our time. The truth about this high-tech espionage is just beginning to surface. Stay tuned to USApulse as we continue to break down the most explosive stories from around the globe. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates. Until next time, Jai Hind.